Hello, everyone, and welcome back to This Day in History. I nightly look back at a specific day in history, where we take a look back at a specific day in history, the events of that day, the historical context of the events, and the historical ramifications. As always, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell notification icon to be notified anytime I post new content. And tell a friend. And now, without any further ado, this day in history, February the 6th. And on this day in 1952, Elizabeth II becomes the Queen of the United Kingdom, the Realms, and the Commonwealth, upon the death of her father, George VI. Queen Elizabeth has served longer as Queen for 68 years than any other monarch in the United Kingdom that the United Kingdom has ever had. She was in South Africa, Guyana, at the time of her father's death, and that she became the monarch. And over that time, she has seen rapid change, of course, and has really become the face of the British monarch like no other monarch. It'll be interesting to see. There's been a lot of debate whether the monarchy will continue after her death, whenever that will be. Whether it's just an amazing fact of how long she has served. I also don't believe that we will ever see a monarch reign as long as she has. I think that her record is going to be pretty safe. So, on this day in 1952, Elizabeth becomes Queen Elizabeth II. Births that have occurred on this day. In 1911, in Tampico, Illinois, Ronald Reagan was born. Reagan would serve as the 40th President of the United States from 1981 until 1989. Reagan, of course, had previously served as the governor of California from 1967 until 1975. Reagan was a very controversial president, but also a transformative president. He is beloved by Republicans. Every time there's a presidential election, a Republican candidate will say, they're the true heir apparent to Reagan. They're picking up the Reagan mantra and carrying it. On the Democratic side of late, it's become cliche to attack Reagan and say that they're the candidate that's going to end the Reagan era. It's no doubt Ronald Reagan was a transformative president and had a huge effect on American society. Probably one of the most consequential presidents in American history. In my opinion, you can probably put America from 1981 until 2009 as the age of Reagan. And in 2009, I would definitely classify that as an era of a birth of a new liberalism. You have the election of Obama, of course. They take some time to re-win the House of Representatives after the 2010 election, but I think the age of Reagan generally would run from 1981 until 2009, possibly 2018. Reagan, though unquestionably a very transformative president, a successful president, no doubt about it. Ronald Reagan had a huge impact on history and was born on this day in 1911 in Tampico, Illinois. Some deaths that occurred on this day. Obviously, I talked about Elizabeth becoming queen upon the death of her father. George VI died at Sandringham House in 1952 at the age of 56. He was the king of the United Kingdom from 1936 until 1952, after the abdication of his brother Edward VIII. He was king during World War II and led the country through that dark time. He was a big fan of Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill enjoyed his relationship with the king. So, yeah, just one of those people that was one of the great leaders during the war. Had a speech disability. Was a stutterer, but through the help of a tutor, he overcame that. There's a great movie that came out a few years ago called The King's Speech, about how he overcame that speaking difficulty. I recommend it to anyone. The King's Speech. Go see it. You won't regret it. Alright, everyone. Thank you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will do This Day in History. Saturday, we're going to do This Day in History. I'm going to try to get that Iowa video out on Saturday. And Sunday, we're going to have a New Hampshire video. Hopefully, though, on Saturday, I have all the results in, so I can do a fair, independently done Iowa video. That's what I've been waiting for. All the results to come in. And I need all the results in to do a fair New Hampshire video. So, we'll see y'all then. Y'all have a great night.